What's up, guys? It's your boy Nick, and we're back with another episode of Virtual Tailgate. This one I'm kind of going into the archives a little bit because we mentioned in a few videos about this homemade tasso. I got the good brine recipe down, which we're going to look at in just a second. We're going to make some tasso. Cajun ham, if you will. It is the seasoning from the gods. I really appreciate it. I use it a lot. Let's get our brine on. Wet cure this meat for 3 days or so. If you like a drier tasso, put it on a rack in a refrigerator. What's going to happen is the refrigerator is going to want to pull moisture out of the air. It's going to pull it, and that's what really kind of sets the tone in the refrigerator. Moisture out. That's why you have that drip pan down there and whatnot. If you want a drier tasso, put it down in the refrigerator for a couple of days. Got me a nice cigar. Today we're smoking a La Aroma de Cuba, Mi Reserva. Great smoke. If you're looking to smoke a different cigar, check this one out. I got the smokers going. I'm gonna put this tasso on the Dyna Glo for about 2 hours. I wanted good and pecan smoky, but I also want to leave a little bit of that fat in there for whenever we're cooking. So there's gonna be a little bit of fat left in the pork butt. Hey, this thing is foolproof and it's bulletproof. You don't need to buy tasso anymore. Use this simple recipe and man, you're gonna love it. Let's get it. Let's get some brine going. Enjoy the ride, folks. All right, first we're gonna add 1.5 gallons of water, a few sprigs of fresh thyme, 5 or so garlic cloves, sprig of fresh sage. We're gonna do 3/4 cup kosher salt, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons juniper berries, 1 tablespoon of allspice, 5 pods of star anise, 4 tablespoons of black peppercorn, and 1/2 teaspoon of curing salt. Now this is not pink Himalayan salt, this is Prague powder, and the reason it's pink is so you don't get it confused with iodized salt. Very potent stuff. I'm going to stir this around. And all we want to do is bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to try to cool it off before we put it over our pork. Now that it comes to a boil, you can smell all those flavors. Let's cut it off, and we'll let it cool back down to room temperature. While we wait, this is going to be for our rub. We're going to put it in a quart container here. This is 1.5 cups of paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic, 3 tablespoons of cayenne, 3 tablespoons of oregano. This is dried oregano. 2 tablespoons of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of red pepper flakes, 1/2 cup of iodized salt, and 1/2 cup of chili powder. Look, I'll just shake this up. Now we're all set for 2 days later when this thing brines. Now that we've deboned the pork, what we want to do is cut it into 1 inch by 1 inch strips, 1 inch by 2 inch strips. Getting ready to go into the brine, and you're going to look at it. We're going to kind of cut it in pieces like you would have in the grocery store. Something like that. Now that our meat is all cut, it's prepared for the brine. The brine is cooled off, so we're going to pour the brine over the top of the meat. All ready for the cooler? We're gonna put this in there for 2 days. See you guys in a few. Man, so after we get the pork out of the brine, we're gonna season it with our dry rub, and it's gonna look a little bit like this. You can see there's a lot of seasoning on there. You can just almost taste it. So now that we've dried out the TASSO a little bit in the refrigerator, once it's seasoned and everything, we pulled out a good bit of moisture. It's ready to go on the smoker. Now, on the Dyna Glo smoker, I set it at 220 degrees. We're gonna roll for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and it's gonna go great. You can smell the pecan wood coming out through the vents and everything. It's a really great smell. Okay, let's get it. Now, a great thing to do when we're loading this smoker up is to keep your racks out, and you can load your racks. Today I didn't. They're in here already. I'm gonna load my racks just like you see here. Guys, you cannot understand how excited I am to do this. Pecan wood is just the greatest thing ever. And that smell is just invigorating. Now, you can also, you're wondering, what do I need to use pork butt for this? Is there anything else I can use? Of course, you can use almost anything you want. You see those country ribs, those pork fingers? That would work well for this. You might have to adjust your time and temperature, but the result will still be the same. You can get some pork chops, anything you see. Basically what you're doing is you're trying to get this smoke and the flavor of the seasonings into the dishes that we will use ultimately with this. So be creative. Maybe we'll do some other kind of TASSO later. Pork renders the fat, what makes it a great vessel here. But any kind of fatty meat you can use to make TASSO. Other than that, you're basically gonna transfer smoke with a leaner meat. You just won't get as much of the fat that we really are looking for. And that's all. So keep that in mind when you're making your TASSO. Put that to sleep. See you in about hour and a half, 2 hours. We spent our time. We got about 2 hours of smoke on this TASSO, and it's about ready. Remember, it's not going to be beef jerky. It's not going to be as tough as you would see in the grocery store, because we want a little bit left over for when we cook this. Again, what you're going to get is a beautiful aroma, beautiful flavor, and a beautiful seasoning to the meals that you're going to cook. So check it out. This is what we're looking at, and this is going to be the replacement to all of your TASSO needs from now on. Hey guys, remember, every day is game day. Figure it out, find a way to beat the system and make your meals taste better. How do you virtual tailgate? Peace, guys.